Hello, everyone. Welcome back to round one coverage of the 2021 Seviren Memorial. This is going to be our back nine, and once again, I'm Ethan Jones, joined by Colin Wise and Eric Lomax.
Hi, everybody.
A pleasure to be here.
Sure is.
Around first 9 holes, we saw a really good, solid start put together by Tony, sitting at 3 under par, and that was including a bogey. So definitely getting enough birdies to get it done out there. He's in a good position. No one's out of it though. First 9 holes. A lot of players are kind of managing some issues right now. Colin started us off talking about hole 15.
Just another straight tunnel shot. Really not much else to it. Can't get high. Can't get too high. That's about it. Throw it straight.
This is another one too. If you kick into the right side, it's basically a pitch out. So,
He threw it straight. Good shot.
yeah.
Forehand plays very well because you kind of push it away from that right side, I think. Your reactions are, I think, a little bit more favorable. Even though a lot of people will opt for the backhand if they don't have that nice straight or slightly flexing forehand. Eric, of course, is able to forehand a slower disc. Might be throwing a pig or something like that.
Probably pig or A3.
It's a good shot.
He went straight.
Mm-hmm.
He's solid.
Easiest shot in disc golf. No, sorry.
Hardest.
Checking my facts there. Oh, it's the hardest one. Okay.
Yeah.
This is the MB3. The older runs.
Ooh, that's straight.
Looking nice. Yeah, it really doesn't matter what you throw. You throw the disc that you feel most confident going straight with.
It's probably a rock or something. I think Tony throws a lot of rocks. Tony, if you ever see this video, tell us in the comments. You throw rocks?
Whatever he threw there, it was thrown very well.
Pretty solid grouping there.
Yeah, for these guys, this is going to be one of the easiest holes they play, if not the easiest for them. Even though there is danger on the right, if you stay out of it, you should have a birdie. It's not that long of a hole. Just got to step up there with confidence and execute.
There's Eric, dead center. Great putt.
Yeah, you're a little bit sheltered from the wind here as we go into some more wooded holes. So it definitely helps get your confidence up in the putt. Elijah's got a little bit of shrubbage in his stance, coming back down the hill, but no problem.
And he's happy about it.
Yeah,
He conquered the shrubbage.
it is a word, I promise.
Good putt, Brad.
Yeah, I was a little worried about that one for a moment.
Yeah, he's got such a fast routine that sometimes I'm not even sure if he is like thinking about the shot and all that. But you know, it's what he does, and it's what works for him.
And it works really well.
Again, one of those situations where I think you just play too many events, you know.
Too many.
Yeah, there's no point in dilly-dallying, taking too much time.
Well, that was a nice start frame. But here we are at hole 16. Definitely the hardest hole on the course. It was changed into a par 5, I believe the last SLM. Depending on your power, you can go this normal route with a backhand, or if you get aggressive, you can do a forehand off the tee. Then you want to try to land about right here on your second shot to give you this very tight uphill fairway up to the green. A par is amazing, a birdie is absolutely great, and it is a heck of a hole.
Yeah, we've seen this whole average a stroke over par before in Open, and at 720 feet, it's not long by any means for a par 5.
I think familiarity really helps strategy. There's a way to play it, and you don't have to do too much on any of your shots, your first 2 shots especially. It's all about getting position for that 3rd shot.
And Brad did exactly what you want to do. Put himself at the mouth of that next part of the fairway, and he'll have a good second shot.
Yeah, there's not too big of an advantage to going to the next landing zone, and some guys will try it. Nobody here so far.
If you're a little shorter like that, he might be looking at an over-the-top shot, knowing Eric, or maybe a flex backhand shot.
Yeah, some guys will try to play for that over the top. The wind is really ripping right now, which makes it even more suspect. Why just playing this wide isn't going to come back for him? Didn't see it come back.
Was he throwing the regular hyzer, or was he throwing over?
I don't know.
It didn't look like he really threw it that hard. So
It looked like a slower disc.
yeah.
If he's throwing that casual and he's going that over the right side, that would be really impressive.
Yeah, might have just been a little late release.
If you watched our coverage last year, you know that Ricky Wysocki
It scared me.
hit a man in the head. Go.
He's okay.
He's fine. He had a hat on. It was okay. But it was a mightily impressive shot. So yeah, that was a pitch out there.
Oh, yep. Eric's gonna go with a little thumber here. Just try to go over the trees and land into the landing zone.
I don't think it's gonna be a little thumber.
Big thumber. It's up high.
Might have pushed that one a little bit.
And we'll just have to see, but if you do land to the left of the fairway, it is very rough. And he will be scrambling.
Yeah, it's not where you want to miss.
This is super common as well. So he's kind of tight on the right side. So instead of opting to go through the gap, he's just going over everything. Whereas Brad here got far enough off the tee that he could just throw through the gap here if he so chooses.
A lot of times players will do this too, where they throw a more moderately high shot over the right side because it's a little lower. That hyzer, so he's in a good position. The only problem with going like straight through that gap is if you do miss it, it's punishing.
Yep.
So guys will just take their chances. This is an interesting shot.
Yeah, he's just playing some plinko.
I think that's being aided by the wind too. That's a really good result.
That is the literal perfect spot to be after 2 throws. So Tony's going to have an opportunity to get up and down for a birdie.
Yeah, probably 150.
Yeah.
From the pen.
So it looks like Eric did get over here, pushed his thumber a little bit.
That's the short side, right? Yeah, he was short.
Good second hit. That was so nice. You want me to go, Elijah? I didn't know where you went.
So he'll be able to throw a forehand from there and navigate up to a par potentially.
And actually, Brad was a little bit long, so he had kind of an awkward forehand there.
Yeah, that's where you see a lot of patent pending backhands.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me. I wonder if the little tree in front of him was influencing him going with the forehand there. And this is a classic forehand anhyzer position. So Elijah is, even though he's not feeling good about his forehands necessarily, he's going to go to it here.
That looked great.
He should feel good about his forehand.
Was he laying 4? So that's a par putt, I think.
Yeah, he had the pitch out, right?
Yep. Just stay clean. Oh, he's going to have maybe near the circle's edge putt for the birdie, which is just a stroke or two on most of the field on this hole.
Yeah, these guys are managing the trouble that they're getting into very well when they get into it, and then other than that, they're playing the hole very clean. There's not quite enough anhyzer on that one, unfortunately. I think this is a long par save chance. And over.
Oh,
And that is very uphill too, so that was a big putt.
This is Brad for birdie.
Using you or using me?
you ever played this hole, taken a par, and said, "Wish I'd done more"?
No.
Not very often, I'll tell you that.
Oh, he probably really wanted that par save there.
Yeah, being in the position he was off the tee to save a par would have been absolutely incredible.
Oh no.
That's two now that Tony's kind of pushed left. And they were both going uphill. So probably something he's going to be thinking about on his next uphill putt.
All right, here's hole 17. A very difficult par 3. Most people, if they want to be aggressive, are going to throw a right-hand backhand with a little bit of flex to it, wrap around that guardian tree. Or you can throw a sidearm, just get out of the gap and maybe give yourself a 40, 50-foot putt.
It's like Brad's doing exactly what you described there, and that is perfect.
Yeah.
That's a great shot.
That's a confident shot. That big trunk on the left-hand side of the fairway is a big guardian for that flex line. Looks like Tony's throwing the same line with the opposite hand.
That's pretty solid. That'll be just outside the circle.
Maybe just inside. It was really good. And then Eric's going to show us the forehand play, which this plays really well to get down there. You won't be as close to the basket when it finishes, but you're usually circle 2 if you get clean.
Yeah, he'd have to do something terrible to make a 4 with that play. Which,
And getting a par, you feel okay with it on this hole.
exactly.
Yeah. One of the toughest things about this hole is if you're not clean, that's a good kick at the end there.
Kicking left.
If you're not clean, you get into trouble. It's really difficult to scramble. So getting at least past that guardian ensures you getting that 3. I've seen these go in. Just a little bit low.
It's his own car.
Yeah, our current Disc Golf Pro Tour champion, Nathan Queen, threw one in from about 100 last year.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty exciting. Back there behind where Tony's at.
Yeah.
Good effort from Eric.
Yeah, that was about 40 feet or so. I think Tony's probably just inside 30 here.
I think you're right.
You got 29 feet. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, this one was going uphill. He wasn't going to miss it left.
Brad, yours is right on that.
Looks like he over-exaggerated the release a little bit. Get that out of my hand. Get it to the pole. Some cleanup action.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten to Brad. He parked it. Great use.
Yeah. No thinking about that one. Just put the hand out straight. Drop it in there. What does Brad putt with? Do you know?
I think APXs,
Old school.
which
Oh, wow.
I don't think they even make it, do they? Or every once in a while for special runs.
Yeah, that was my first disc ever, was APX.
That's cool. Here's 18. Got a dog leg left, par 4. Basically, you just want to bomb something straight into the landing zone around here. Probably plays about 380 for a good shot. Then all you got left is a simple 270 to 250 forehand hyzer. Pretty well protected green. You gotta cut in to the right just at the right time.
This looks a little bit dangerous. Can you get the road skip?
It's wide, but that's a fast disc, so it's coming back.
Oh, give him that curl. So he's far enough up the hill, he might have a pure hyzer with his forehand.
Hmm.
But he's going to be a little bit further away than he could have been.
Just a little late release, but got the road there to help him come back in.
This is an interesting hole for left-hand dominant players.
That's
This is
looking nice.
Yeah, it's really well done. That's very well controlled.
He's well past the bush that you have to be past. He's going to have a pretty simple shot to the basket.
Yeah. He can go with his backhand as well. Looks like the wind has died down a little bit at this point in the day.
That's got the power. That's going to be great.
Yeah, Eric going for that in the tunnel shot.
Yeah, that's really great.
Should be nothing but a pig forehand from there.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Elijah can do that. Might be throwing a PD2. Looks like something like that.
Another good one.
Yeah.
Right in the landing zone.
All four of these players have a great chance at birdie.
This can be awkward because you have to step down off of the pavement into the grass.
Yeah, he's done this really well. Be good.
Wow, that's perfect.
That's great.
That's not easy from there.
He's still got a little putt to make, but he's a great putter. I think he'll knock it down.
What an advantage to be able to throw just a normal backhand here. Just a little bit too inside. Still have a chance to do something, though. It is the tough side of the green.
And this is a pretty tricky backhand here. Takes a lot of control and finesse.
Yeah. It's really well done. Elijah's drive put him in position to be able to do that, though. Really opened up the tunnel for him.
Yeah.
I think we do see that pig. Potentially, maybe even more overstable disc. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's a prodigy.
Yeah, it's a A2, I think.
I remember Eric telling me that when he was throwing those A3s, he liked how they flew for like until it hit a couple trees and they got too flippy on him real fast.
No. Is he going to try to split these? He does.
Too much.
That's a good birdie from his tee shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that went from bogey to potential to skipping back in, getting a birdie. Take advantage of the breaks where you can get them. That's what it takes to win. Good putt. Well, I just hit a few of those putts that are kind of awkward. You know, you're in that 20 to 25 range, and you've got, you know, a tree on your hip or something distracting. He's focusing, making those. And this is just some cleanup work here.
Yeah, Elijah, I've played with him a couple times, and he is an amazing putter. He can put them in from pretty much anywhere. So when he gets going, he really knocks them down.
Here's our sponsor, Disc Crazy Outdoor and More. We have the locations in Clarksville and now Indianapolis and Bowling Green. Go check them out.
All right, here we are. I believe this is tournament hole 14.
Maybe.
But it's usually the first hole, and it is another tunnel shot. You want to just go dead straight, get past these late guardian trees. It's really dealer's choice. You're going to see backhands, but I do think the forehand line is just a bit more open.
Yeah, this is another one of those grab your favorite disc to throw straight. And you might get unlucky at those guardian trees, but you really just want to have a chance to challenge them and get through there. This looks like a thumb track disc. Early release.
Yeah.
Gets through a little bit. No, that's not what he was looking for there. How hot was this day?
You know, it's middle of July. I can't imagine it was cool.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, grip issues
Yeah.
definitely could come into play. It's a really well done backhand.
Throw it straight.
Yeah. So when Elijah wants to throw a straight, he grabs that MB3. This looks like a mid as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sometimes you'll throw a pretty good shot right down the middle, but if it's too down the middle, you'll hit that guardian.
He'll still have a putt, but now he's got to work a bit harder for it.
Brad's going to have to get a good one to save that one. And scrambles can be kind of tricky in this hole. Eric went for the ground play there and got rooted a little bit. Because there's so many of these like vines and small trees. There's gaps through them, but they're not wide.
Yeah, it's hard to tell, but that was probably a 40-foot putt there.
This is a par safe attempt.
This is also, it's at least 40, right?
Yep.
Just low.
1 inch higher. That's going in. And Brad's got a save from close to circle's edge.
Nailed it.
Wow.
2 pumps and in. Now Elijah to take strokes on the card.
Easy cleanup.
Yeah, so he's going to pull a little bit closer to everyone with that one.
And I'm sure everyone else is a little disappointed. You walk up to this hole and you're thinking birdie.
Yeah, it's definitely one that you want to get. You're not exposed to the wind. It's relatively short. Here we go into the hole 2.
So this is a super technical dogleg right hole. And if you try to land in here where the drone is now, these roots are just gonna wreak havoc on your results. So really you want to fly around the corner to set up this slightly right turning S shot to the basket. But really just 2 accurate shots.
Yeah, counterclockwise spin is normally what you see. Elijah is going to go for the clockwise spin. He's got that straight MD3 again. Put on some anhyzer. And he's overshot the landing zone a little bit. But
You'll have something to work with though.
yeah, he will.
He really committed to that anhyzer, which is really what he needed to do.
Brad's doing the more typical play, but that straightens out on him a little bit.
A little bit on the wide side, I think. Wide's better than early. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So this is a hole. I don't know. I've never been left-handed. I have. I haven't.
You don't say.
I have a brother and a dad who are left-handed. But I was wondering if this was an advantage to be a left-hand backhand player or a righty forehand dominant player on this hole. That was well done from Tony.
I'd say most of my birdies were forehand tee shot and then some sort of forehand putter approach, to be honest. Like when I'm on the deep side, like those first couple tee shots came in.
Mm-hmm.
You see, Eric found this creek, and it's gonna really make his second shot difficult.
This is a really common spot for good tee shots to get into.
It almost looks like a tomahawk from there.
Yeah, you're not wrong. That looks really good.
Yes.
It's a great shot.
Just a perfect little flex on it for that tomahawk. That's cool.
No!
Okay.
Brad just kind of trying to poke through the last part. Unfortunately, does not. But he should have a putt, maybe a little outside the circle.
Yep. Yeah, it's about, I'd say most of the times I've birdied that hole, I was around there, kind of reaching into the fairway with the forehand.
Tony might have been taking eagle,
Maybe.
gave it a little run, chain high.
Got a tip just off to the right there for Elijah.
Oh. Just a little weak side for Brad. He's probably about 40. See, the cameraman hardly even got to position before he putted.
Yeah. It's a good birdie putt for Tony.
This is a great birdie to pick up because this hole can really get away from you if really any shot goes errant.
Solid putt from Elijah. They're dealing with a little bit of footing issues. Spins it in there.
Yep, no problem. Gets his birdie.
Yeah. Forehand, tomahawk, putt. Here we are at hole 3, about 250. Players are really going to be wanting to take advantage of this, pick up their 2 on their scorecard. A lot of people will throw kind of a slightly flexed forehand. Some people will opt for the backhand that's pretty tight coming out of this gap, though.
Tony as a lefty, probably just going to throw a little flex backhand. Ooh, a little flip up. Works out perfect.
Didn't even need to say
Oh.
that. It was never going to cut.
Just doesn't have the skin.
And he told him what to do.
Yeah, I kind of knifed into the ground there. I'm not sure exactly what was going on. Eric's going to come up. Throw a forehand, probably a pig. This one's looking to come out of the turn.
Oh, look at you using the fairway.
Gets through the bush. Have a nice putt.
Wait, what? Yeah, a little bit.
Elijah. Going with the backhand line. You really feel like you almost want to saw this one off.
Mm-hmm. Just get out of the gap.
Yeah, barely make it out. This one's wide. That's the most common mistake you'll see with those. Good reaction, though. He'll have an easy up and down. And, of course, Brad is a forehand guru.
Yeah, Brad. Yeah.
And that's perfect.
Yeah. Showed you exactly what you wanted to do. About 70 feet for Elijah.
And he's going to run it.
He's going to run it. And he's going to make
Oh, so close. Great effort.
Yeah, he knew that one had a chance.
Tony outside the circle.
Definitely a good look at it.
Oh.
Just wide. About 25 feet.
I'm just low. Just never had the height on that one.
Yeah. I was disappointed about not giving that one a good effort. So it looks like Brad might be our lone birdie. Taps it in.
Okay.
Waving to the fans.
And a bunch of simple pars.
Yeah, 1 out of 4 is not what these guys are looking for. But they'll have another opportunity round 3 to get it.
All right, so we're on hole 4. This is a dual fairway par 3. Drone's flying the left side, which you can take like a forehand hyzer, something maybe that flips up a little bit. Really, you can throw just about anything you want here. So Brad was trying like a straighter forehand shot and got caught up on the left.
Yeah, most people are not going to take that right gap. The way the ground plays up there, it's very hard. You're going to have to bank on a skip, and a lot of times you just don't get it.
Yeah, the only advantage of the right side is keeping you out of some trouble.
Yeah.
Which Tony looked like he might have punched through there enough that he might have a look.
Yeah, sometimes some shots that you don't think are good on the left actually end up getting a putt.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is looking pretty solid.
Yeah. Right up into that tree right there. That's what you want.
And I'm guessing Elijah's going to go for... Oh, looks like he's looking at the hyzer shot, actually.
Yeah. The ground's firm enough right here, and the grass is not too shaggy. You might be able to get a decent skip.
Looks like a mid-range.
Oh, yeah, no putt.
That was actually going really good and just hit near the short pin. But he'll be circle's edge, looking downhill at it.
Looked like Brad gave it a good run from where he was at.
Tony's in the Sasquatch country.
Yeah, he could probably see the basket from there. Just a really obstructed.
Yeah, it looked like he was running it, and so was focused on the target. He's closer than... Ooh. Rare miscue. Yeah, Tony's really dealing with that tree, that little evergreen.
Good one.
Does a good job, though. Really important not to leak strokes to something like that. Having such a good round.
Yeah, for such a, being a 250-foot hole, multiple options, it's really not super easy. And most of what you got to deal with on that left shot is the ceiling and getting the height correct.
There's a nice birdie for Eric.
Yeah, he played the forehand exactly like you want to. He threw it with maybe a little bit more hyzer than you think he would want, but it always skips up, maybe counter skips a little bit, and he skips straight into that tree that caught it nicely.
And here we are on the final hole. Hole 5. It is a really touchy hyzer shot. Blind tee. You just want to throw probably a putter and hyzer right into this gap. It all slopes downhill. So if you can hit the gap, you're probably having a birdie putt.
Yeah, this is as local as any of the holes get. Whether you know how much power you need to put into it or you don't. And,
Seems like Eric knew.
Yeah, he's one of the locals.
Yeah.
A little too firm on that one.
He might be on the path to the next hole, though, so he could have an open putt.
This one might be early.
Yep.
Yeah. It's literally a power difference of maybe 1% to 2%, whether you're short or long here. And you're only throwing a 20% power shot anyway. Elijah looks like he's got a good one.
I hit the early tree, I think.
Yeah. It looked like he liked it too.
I liked it.
Probably one of his overstable putters.
Good layup for Tony. He'll walk away with a 6 under. That's a very solid round out here.
For sure. Oh, gave it a good bid.
Yeah, there's some bids to be had up there. If you get a line, it's downhill, just put it where it needs to be. Let the glide take care of the rest.
Looks like a tricky putt.
Oh, just low.
Another one. Low is actually the better miss, too, when you're that uphill the basket. You're going downhill with the fast green.
Solid finish for Eric.
Yeah, a couple birdies to finish. Nothing wrong with that.
It looks like such a simple hole. 210 feet, but only one down for the card.
Yeah, we saw that last year quite a bit as well. Everyone's pretty close together. Nobody really running away from anyone here. All of these guys still have a chance in this tournament going into the final 2 rounds. There we have it. Brad and Eric at 4. Tony won this card with a 6, and we have a hot round. 10 down from Zach Arlinghouse.
What a good round. 10 is just smoking hot.
Yep, let's get work done.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in to this production of the Seviren Memorial. We'll be back with round 2. Thank you.